Have you ever had an itchy patch on your skin that just doesn't seem to heal? Most people think it's nothing more than dry skin or a mild reaction. But sometimes constant itching can point to something much more serious, even hidden health issues that can impact how long you live. Your body often gives early warning signs when something is off. Ignoring these small clues might end up costing you precious years of your life. In today's video, we're going to reveal 5 specific areas where itching might point to serious health concerns after the age of 60. If you've ever felt unusual itchiness in any of these spots, it's important to take it seriously. Some of these warning signs are easy to miss, but they might be your body's early alert system before a bigger issue develops. Make sure you watch until the end. The final itchy spot is the one most people dismiss, yet it could be the most harmful of all. Before we jump in, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss our health updates. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If it wasn't useful, type 0. Your feedback helps me improve and bring you better content. Let's get started. Itchy spot number 1, scalp, a hidden clue of blood sugar imbalance. Have you ever noticed persistent itching on your scalp, even without dandruff or visible irritation? You might think it's just dry skin or an allergic reaction to a new product, but this could actually be a sign that your blood sugar levels are out of balance. High blood sugar and insulin resistance can lead to chronic inflammation, which often shows up on the skin, especially the scalp. When your blood sugar remains elevated over time, it triggers low-grade inflammation throughout your body. This affects your skin's barrier, causing irritation, dryness, and persistent itching. In some cases, this could be an early sign of prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, conditions that, if left unchecked, can have serious long-term health consequences. Take Laura, for example. A 69-year-old teacher, Laura experienced constant itching on her scalp for weeks, no matter what shampoo she used. Initially, she thought it was an allergy, but after visiting her doctor, she learned that her blood sugar levels were in the pre-diabetic range. After making simple lifestyle changes like cutting back on sugar, walking after meals, and drinking more water, Laura noticed her scalp irritation stopped and her blood sugar levels stabilized. If your scalp has been itching without a clear cause, it might be worth checking your blood sugar levels. Small changes in diet and activity can help prevent serious complications down the road. If your scalp has been itching without an obvious cause, here's a quick test you can do yourself. Gently run your fingers over your scalp. Does it feel unusually dry, tender, or sensitive to the touch? If you find that the itching comes and goes randomly, it could be your body signaling that it's having trouble managing blood sugar levels. This sensation might indicate inflammation linked to blood sugar imbalances, which can affect your skin and overall health. If this sounds familiar, it could be time to get your blood sugar levels tested. If you're still with us and finding these tips helpful, drop a 4 in the comments to let me know you're following along. Now let's keep going. Itchy spot number 2, bottom of the feet, a nerve damage alert. Persistent itching on the soles of your feet, particularly at night, might seem like a simple discomfort, but it could signal a deeper issue such as nerve damage, poor circulation, or even neuropathy. Many people write off foot itching as a result of dry skin or irritation from socks or shoes, but it may indicate something more serious, especially when the itching is persistent and doesn't respond to typical treatments. The soles of your feet are packed with sensitive nerves that are often the first to show signs of blood flow problems, such as those caused by diabetes or circulatory issues. When circulation is impaired or nerves become damaged, they can send incorrect signals to the brain, causing sensations like itching, tingling, or even burning. This is often a sign of peripheral neuropathy, a condition linked to blood sugar imbalances and poor circulation, where nerve damage impairs sensation in the feet. Take Frank, a 74-year-old, who noticed persistent itching on the bottoms of his feet every evening. Initially, he thought it was just dry skin, but when the condition didn't improve, he consulted his doctor. After testing, he was diagnosed with early-stage peripheral neuropathy, linked to circulation problems. By making lifestyle changes like walking regularly, improving his diet, and focusing on foot care, Frank was able to reduce the symptoms and slow the progression of nerve damage. If you've been experiencing persistent foot itching, especially at night, it's important to pay attention to other symptoms such as tingling, numbness, or changes in skin color. A simple test is to lightly run a pen cap over the soles of your feet. If one foot feels less sensitive or the itching comes with tingling or burning, it may indicate nerve-related issues. Early intervention can prevent further complications like reduced sensation and increased risk of injury, helping you maintain your mobility and health long-term. Itchy spot number 3, lower legs, a possible sign of poor blood flow. Many older adults feel a nagging itch on their lower legs, especially around the shins or ankles. Most of the time, people think it's just dry skin, tight socks, or a reaction to weather changes. But if this itching happens again and again, it could be your body trying to tell you something more serious. Your blood isn't flowing properly. As we get older, our blood vessels can narrow, and the heart has to work harder to push blood all the way down to the legs, the farthest point from the heart. When blood doesn't circulate well, your skin in that area doesn't get enough oxygen or nutrients. That can cause it to become dry, thin, and irritated. And in some cases, you may feel a burning or tingling itch that doesn't go away. This might be an early signal of a condition called peripheral artery disease, PAD, a problem that greatly increases your risk of heart attacks or strokes if not treated. Let's take the example of Harold, a retired teacher in his early 70s. For months, he noticed his legs itched badly at night, especially his shins. He tried moisturizers and changed his detergent, but nothing worked. Finally, he brought it up during a routine checkup. His doctor ran a few tests and discovered that his leg arteries weren't allowing blood to pass through efficiently. With a few lifestyle changes, like taking short daily walks, eating more leafy greens, and drinking more water, Harold noticed his itching lessened, and his legs felt stronger and healthier over time. Want to try a quick test at home? Press your finger firmly into your shin and let go. If the dent stays for several seconds before disappearing, that could be a sign your circulation is sluggish. Don't ignore ongoing itching in your lower legs. It may not just be about your skin. It could be your circulatory system asking for help. Catching it early could protect your heart and overall health in the long run. Itchy spot number 4. Upper back, a sign of nerve trouble? Have you ever felt a stubborn itch between your shoulder blades? One that just won't stop, no matter how much you scratch? If that itch keeps coming back and doesn't seem to have a cause, it might not be a skin problem at all. Instead, it could be a nerve issue deep under the surface. This kind of itch is often linked to a condition called notalgia paresthetica, which happens when nerves in your upper back get squeezed or irritated, often due to changes in the spine as you age. Here's what goes on. Over time, the soft discs in your spine can dry out and shrink. This puts pressure on nearby nerves, especially in the upper back. Those nerves can then send the wrong messages to your brain, like itching or tingling, even when there's nothing wrong with your skin. That's why scratching doesn't help, and lotions don't work either. Let's look at the story of Alan, a 68-year-old former mechanic. He had a strange itch just under his left shoulder blade that wouldn't go away for months. At first, he thought it was dry skin, or maybe a reaction to his shirt. But when nothing helped, he finally saw a doctor. Tests showed that a small nerve in his upper back was being compressed by a worn-out disc in his spine. Thankfully, with physical therapy, posture exercises, and some simple stretches, Alan's itch faded, and more importantly, he protected his back from further damage. Want to check if your itch might be nerve-related? Press on the itchy spot. If it feels oddly deep, tingly, or slightly numb instead of just itchy on the surface, that could be your nerves reacting. Persistent itching in your upper back is easy to ignore, but it might be your spine asking for help. Catching the issue early can prevent future pain, poor posture, or mobility problems later in life. Let's continue. Itchy spot number 5. Palms, a hidden signal from your liver. If you've been experiencing random itching on your palms, especially if it comes and goes without a clear reason, Your liver might be trying to alert you to something important. While many people dismiss palm itching as dry skin or irritation from soap, this sensation can sometimes be a hidden signal of liver problems, such as bile buildup or even early-stage liver disease. Here's why. The liver is a vital organ responsible for filtering toxins from your bloodstream and producing bile, which is crucial for digesting fats. But when your liver isn't functioning at its best, it can cause a buildup of bile salts in the bloodstream. This condition, known as cholestasis, can lead to itching on the palms and the soles of your feet. The itching tends to worsen at night and doesn't seem to improve with moisturizers because the root cause is internal, not just surface-level dryness or irritation. Let's take the example of Henry, a 74-year-old retiree who started noticing an odd, persistent itch on his palms, particularly in the evenings. Initially, he thought it was just dry skin or an allergy to something he touched, but the problem didn't go away. After consulting with his doctor, blood tests revealed that his liver enzymes were elevated, indicating early signs of fatty liver disease. By making some lifestyle adjustments, such as cutting back on processed foods, eating more leafy greens, and staying hydrated, Henry saw a significant improvement in his symptoms and his liver health stabilized. Want to test whether your palms are signaling liver stress? Here's a simple self-check. Press your thumb gently into the palm of your hand for a few seconds, then release it. If the area stays red for longer than usual or feels unusually sensitive, it could be a sign that your liver is under stress. If any of these symptoms are present, it's important to consult with your doctor to rule out liver conditions or get a proper diagnosis. Catching liver problems early can make a world of difference, so don't ignore these signs. Taking action now can help protect your long-term health. Itchy spot number 6, behind the knees, a hidden signal for lymphatic issues. It's a spot most people overlook, right behind the knees. If you've ever experienced persistent itching in this area, especially after standing or sitting for extended periods, your body might be trying to tell you something. The cause of this itch could be related to lymphatic congestion, a condition that many people aren't familiar with, but could be affecting your overall health. Here's what's going on. The lymphatic system is an essential part of your body's defense mechanism. It's responsible for carrying immune cells throughout your body and removing toxins, waste, and excess fluid from your tissues. This system operates somewhat like a garbage disposal, ensuring that harmful substances don't build up inside your body. But here's the catch. Unlike the circulatory system, which is powered by your heart, the lymphatic system doesn't have a pump to move its fluid around. It relies on movement, like walking or muscle contractions, to keep things flowing. When this movement is restricted or the system becomes congested or blocked, the fluid that would normally drain through the lymphatic vessels begins to accumulate. This can cause swelling, irritation, and, yes, you guessed it, persistent itching, especially behind the knees, where lymph nodes are densely packed. This issue could be pointing to lymphedema, a condition that results when the lymphatic fluid starts to build up in certain areas of the body, often the legs. Lymphedema doesn't just cause swelling, it's also linked to chronic inflammation in the affected areas. This can weaken the skin and make it more prone to infections, further complicating the condition. Itching in this case happens because the skin is being stretched due to the excess fluid. As the skin becomes tense and irritated, it sends itchy signals to your brain, making you feel like you need to scratch. It can also affect the skin, leading to redness and an itchy feeling that just won't go away, particularly behind the knees where there is less muscle activity to stimulate lymphatic flow. The sensation is often accompanied by painful swelling, which might be worse at night after a day of standing or sitting for long periods. Let me tell you about Martha, 65, who had been experiencing this very issue. Every time she stood for long periods, she noticed a persistent itch behind her knees that only seemed to get worse as the day went on. No amount of scratching seemed to help. At first, she thought it was just dry skin or irritation from her clothing, but the problem didn't go away. After visiting her doctor, she learned that the issue was more complex. She had mild lymphedema, which was causing fluid to build up in the lower parts of her legs and affecting the lymphatic flow in her knees. What happened next is a perfect example of how catching these signs early can make a big difference. Martha's doctor recommended a treatment plan that included lymphatic massage therapy, a technique that helps stimulate the flow of lymph and reduce fluid buildup. She was also advised to wear compression stockings, which gently squeeze the legs to improve circulation and prevent fluid from accumulating in the tissues. With these simple yet effective treatments, Martha's symptoms improved significantly. The itch behind her knees went away, the swelling reduced, and she regained comfort in her everyday life. If you're noticing itching, swelling, or fluid retention behind your knees, or in other areas of your legs, it's essential to pay attention to these signs. One simple self-check is to gently massage the back of your knees in circular motions. If you feel any swelling or fluid buildup, this could be a red flag. If the area feels heavy, tight, or warmer than usual, it might be time to consult a healthcare provider about your lymphatic health. By acting early, you can often prevent lymphedema from getting worse. A combination of lifestyle changes, such as regular exercise to stimulate circulation and wearing compression garments, can help keep your lymphatic system functioning properly. Simple steps like these might be all it takes to prevent further complications and maintain your overall health. Final thoughts. Now that you know the 5 itchy areas that may signal serious health risks, the most important thing you can do is listen to your body. Itchy skin may not always seem like a big deal, but when it shows up in certain spots and won't go away, it could mean something more is going on inside. From blood flow and nerve issues to blood sugar and liver health, these signs are worth paying attention to. So, have you ever had any of these itchy spots? What did you learn today? Let me know in the comments and feel free to share how you plan to take better care of your health. If this video helped you, please give it a like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Your support means a lot and helps us bring you more helpful content. Thanks for watching, and take good care of yourself. See you in the next video.